Hey everybody, I'm Derek, CEO and founder of Wenwyn, and in this episode, we are going to look at Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're going to look at their place marketing strategy. Wenwyn is all about tools, perspectives, and insights that help you at the intersection of leadership and culture. The book of Jeremiah talks about being a blessing to your city. And at Wenwyn, we believe no two city is the same. In fact, we think we should celebrate that uniqueness. And a part of being a blessing to the city is helping them see what makes them unique, what makes them great, and then celebrating that uniqueness. Cities everywhere are in competition with one another. And that competition comes in two forms. One, they either want people to come and visit, give them all of their tourist dollars and then go, or they want them to come and stay, be residents, and really help that city pull its way forward and continue to grow and develop and all of those things. And some people, they do that as a crossover. First, we'll get you to visit, and then over time, hopefully, you'll stay. But in general, the competition and the marketing strategies for the city revolve around those two areas. Well, in this episode, we're going to look at Scottsdale, Arizona's marketing strategy, or certainly a couple of ads that I saw recently that I thought were interesting for this particular video. Before we get into it, let me encourage you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or hit the bell button to be notified of new episodes. We would love to have you be a part of this win-win community as we continue to help and equip you to engage the culture around you. It also helps us with the great YouTube algorithm in the sky that helps us to continue to put out great content for you. All right, let's get into it. So if you open another tab and you're looking at Scottsdale, Arizona, in your YouTube search thing, you can type in a couple of spots for Scottsdale, both related to experiencing Scottsdale, Arizona. So if you go Scottsdale, Arizona, experience, a couple of videos should pull up. The first is Extraordinary Moments, Lifelong Memories, Experience Scottsdale. Now, that's a spot that as I was watching TV, it must have popped up, I don't know, 4 times in the course of a week and a half for me. And I just kept seeing this ad over and over again. There's several great things about this spot, but I think there's also something that they're really missing. Now, I went into YouTube to kind of check it out and to see if maybe that was an updated spot. Is that the latest spot? Turns out it's from 2021, and there is a 2022 spot. That one's called Let's Get Together in Scottsdale. And there's a 30-second version and a minute-long version. To be honest with you, not much of a difference between the two. The 30-second version does just as good as the minute. The minute's just a little bit longer with the same shots. All right. First of all, some compliments. If you're in the marketing department of Scottsdale or you're doing place marketing for the city, let me just compliment you. Or maybe you're in part of the ad campaign that worked on this. And that is, these spots are beautifully shot. I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous. They come across well. My guess is that the creative brief was, we want people to know that they can come to Scottsdale and they can grow old here and then they can make memories here and there's stuff to do in Scottsdale. Something along those lines. Let me just say both ads really deliver on that. I think they met the creative brief. Beautifully shot, cinematic. The spot that I saw as I was watching TV, I mean, virtually no words, just beautiful cinematic scenes with, an older guy looking out on the vista, then cut to a younger couple, then cut to a young family, then cut to an older couple holding hands, and then at the very end, experience Scottsdale, Arizona, or come to Scottsdale, Arizona, something like that. The second one, very upbeat. Again, different scenes. Old couple dancing in a cowboy bar, guy in a pool, watching, there are people doing yoga on boards in this pool and, kind of people having fun in the city. So all interesting stuff. Beautifully shot, done really well, highest caliber. All right. Those are the great things that I love about it. Here's the challenge with both of those spots. You haven't really told me anything new or shown me anything new about Scottsdale, Arizona. First of all, people can grow old everywhere. You can have You can be married everywhere. You can have a family everywhere. You can grow old everywhere. And guess what? People smile in every city in the world. Uh, the other idea of, well, there's stuff to do here. So, well, there's stuff to do kind of everywhere. I know maybe you're from a small town, you're like, there ain't nothing to do here except go to the nearby Wendy's or McDonald's. But for most places, hey, guess what? You can go dancing, and you can hop in the pool, you can go to the downtown. And yes, Scottsdale did showcase some of the vistas. That's certainly unique to Scottsdale. But in all honesty, if someone didn't tell you it was Scottsdale, you'd pretty much be anywhere in Arizona or New Mexico, and so, or parts of Utah or parts of Colorado. So it's the challenge is that they're not really celebrating their uniqueness very well. What is it that makes Scottsdale unique as a city? And that's the values that it holds. And so most, even visitors, when you come, it's like, I get it, you're gonna have stuff for me to do. I want to know about that. I'll visit your website. By the way, they've got a great website. Um, I'll visit your city website. I'll see what there is to do. I'll book a hotel, kind of away I go. Um, but if you're going to attract residents, and if those visitors are going to turn into residents, you're really going to have to help them figure out why Scottsdale. What is it about the people of Scottsdale? What is it about the city of Scottsdale that makes it great? Oh, we're nice, we're friendly. That's what everybody says, right? We but what is it really? Is it that you value kind of a no nonsense approach? Is it that they're hardworking? Is it that they help each other? That they're highly collaborative? Is it that they have a sense of story? Is it that they're tribal? Is it that they have grit? Is it that they persevere? Is it that they are relaxed? Is it that they have a good balance? Like, what is it about the city of Scottsdale that if I was to go there and I was an outsider and someone was to clue me in, they'd go, listen, if you really want to see what makes this city great, here's what you need to know. And I think if they had worked a little bit more with the ad campaign, worked with the branding campaign to craft it around values, not just snippets of scene that says you can grow old here, or snippets that say, look, what a good time we are creating memories. I mean, Las Vegas is all about creating memories they don't want you to share with other people, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Every place, when they say come here, they're like, you're going to create a memory. We get that. We understand. But the challenge is, I want to visit Scottsdale. I want to see what Scottsdale has to offer the world, because I believe in Scottsdale the way I believe in every city. So, Scottsdale, I dare you, show me what makes your city unique. And I don't mean like the biggest ball of yarn. I don't mean like the straightest streets or the most crooked street in America. Like I don't mean that kind of thing. I'm talking about as a city. Why did they move to Scottsdale? Uh, what is it about the way that they think about the future? What is the way they think about the present? What is the way that they think about the past? I saw a great spot. We'll do another episode on this spot. In fact, someone else at Wenwyn sent this to me to say, hey, oh, look at this great spot. It was this place that was leveraging come here because it's a slower pace of life. You can appreciate life a little bit more. And it was such a great way of saying, listen, if you're expecting this to be a super forward thinking, avant garde experience, like, let us help you. That's not what this is about. This is about kind of slowly going back in time, appreciating life. Why? Because there's values that are associated with going kind of backwards in time that need to be reminded of. Andy and Opie with two fishing rods walking down the street. And that was their spot. Well, that's what makes them unique. Well, Scottsdale, that's not what makes you unique. So, what is it that makes you great? That's what the watcher wants to know. That's what a guy in front of his TV, when your spot comes on, that's really what he wants to know. So I want to encourage you to do that. And obviously, when we think we can help with that, but beyond that, this is just in general. If you're a leader and you're celebrating your city, figure out what makes your city great. And I mean great as in unique for its people. Michael Porter is from Harvard. He is maybe the eminent business cluster strategist. He has a great thing to set when he talks about strategy. He says strategy is not being the best at fill in the blank, the best company, the best city, the best whatever. It's really Best equals what makes you unique. And his point is that best, there's just too many factors for best in whatever category. There's just, the categories start to blur. But when it comes to uniqueness, when it comes to distinction, that's your strategic advantage. So I want to encourage you, leaders, leverage the strategic advantage of your city. It's going to enable you to celebrate that city well. Sorry, that knock was my Apple Watch bumping up against the desk here. But I want to encourage you to really celebrate the city. Do the hard work. Like, look at various aspects of the city and just ask the question, why do people move here? Why do they like it here? Why do they stay here? Okay. All right. Scottsdale, I look forward to hearing from you.